Howdy, Ken. Episode 52. I have a question for you. Traffic first or product first?
I'm going to say traffic. And I'll tell you why. Because I talk about it all the time on my YouTube channel, talking about having people understand that they got to learn the basics before they got to learn how to walk before they can run. And so they need to learn how to generate traffic. And the reason why I got to say is because if I don't say that, then everyone's going to come back and tell me that I'm a liar.
I'm going to say it doesn't matter. You
It
could pick
doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter because you could pick either one and you're not going to be wrong. And the funny part is, and we talked about this during backstage, we actually gave away the secret.
We did.
The truth about making money online today is backstage. Of course, you're going to get the truth here. We're not going to lie to you,
Yeah.
but we actually just let the secret. The cat is out of the bag.
I know. It took us 52 episodes in order to the cat. The cat, is the cat still alive? I don't know. But the cat finally came out.
So back to this traffic first or product first. This actually came from an email. This was a subject line sent out by an email. Your friend and mine, Miles Beckler.
Shout out to you, Miles.
Shout out to Miles Beckler. Traffic first or product first? So to really unpack this episode, you have to understand, I think it helps to put it into context. And shout out to Aaron Fletcher for that word because that's my new word, context. Traffic first or product first was the subject line of the email. And then inside the email, Miles did his thing and he ripped off into this long diatribe of his past efforts of how he created his business, because that's what he does, right?
Yep.
He teaches you what he did. He basically started his marketing channel to document his journey of his make money online experiences. Hint, hint. And he led you to something completely different than what you might have thought it was. And I want to go back to Ken because Ken said traffic. But then on backstage, we talked about this and we broke it down a little bit. And we really dove into traffic first or product first and the definition of what that question really means. Again, context. So after understanding that traffic first or product first doesn't really mean, do I generate traffic or do I pick an offer? It means something completely different. And I'm going to let Ken roll with that.
Damn you, Miles Beckler. Damn you. But yeah, once the professor put it into context, what this statement was all about, this question was all about, then it really made sense because, we're talking about free traffic versus paid traffic. And, that's the reason why the professor's answer was, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And we'll get to the secret towards the end, by the way. It doesn't matter. Not that it doesn't matter, but we're going to get to the secret, I should say. But yeah, that's when that light bulb went off, and I'm like, oh man, this guy, he's so sneaky, and just got us down this rabbit hole, which made the conversation backstage even more like just really interesting. And we could have probably gone on for hours based off of what we were doing. We had to actually cut it short because we knew that we had to get on to this affiliate files episode. But yeah, it has everything to do with, do you want to create that free content, that content that attracts your audience, that brings them to you, builds up that know, like, and trust factor. And then by building up that know, like, and trust factor, you can put practically any product in front of them, as long as, at least in our perspective, it's a good product, it's something that you believe in. You could plug that in there, it's plug and play, and you can make sales. Or you can go the other route. You find a product that you really like, that you really believe in, something that maybe you use every single day. And the professor used his iPhone as an example, and you could literally just start running ads. But obviously you want to be an affiliate first, but there's other nuances. But you guys get the point. You would set up these ads, and you can run traffic, paid traffic, to your offer. So there's so many different ways to do it. So many different ways. That's why he was saying it doesn't matter.
Yeah. That cat that was let out of the bag, there's more than one way to skin that sucker. It's just not as simple, right,
Yeah,
as answering the question traffic first or product first.
yeah,
There's a term, it depends, because it truly depends. And it boils down, in my opinion, to whether you have more time or you have more money.
yeah,
So traffic first or product first, going meaning traffic first, meaning free traffic. And like Miles was saying in his email, he was talking about blogging
yeah,
and creating this helpful content, answering questions, putting that content up on the internet, and then waiting for Google to do its thing, to index it, to test it, to make sure that your content is worthy of being in that top position to actually help people when they click on their search result and then read your article, get the answers they're looking for. And then as an affiliate, of course, you making sure that they understand that while you've given them a great answer, the important thing is that they need to understand that they need to get this product that will ultimately solve their problem altogether.
yeah.
Versus product first, which is you just say, okay, well, I know the solution is this product. I'm just going to go run Facebook ads. But obviously, to do that, you're going to have money, or you're going to have time too. So there's a little bit of a caveat there.
Yeah, yeah, and again too, there's also those little nuances, right? That you have to write the ad, and if you're doing video, you've got to produce that video that touches upon the pain points that you want to convey to the person watching it, so that you can get them in that short a period of time, get them to click on that buy button. So there's so many different ways, and we talk about paid versus free and how free is time, but it also costs money too, right? I mean, it's your time is money. Your time is money. So are you patient enough to put in the time, which equates to obviously some money? Are you patient enough to put in that time to build up something, knowing that, yeah, I'm not going to spend money every single day in order to do it, or do I have the budget set aside to invest in these ads in order to run them? But yes, yet I've got to put in time in order to learn the ads, in order to create the creative, in order to run the ad and follow all the rules set forth by whatever platform you're on. So it's that balancing act, I guess. I mean, and it just depends. We gotta get sponsored by Depends, by the way, in a different way, right? Because we just keep mentioning Depends.
Well, you got to solve the problem for them first. So
Yeah,
need to make sure our audience is that target demographic
yeah, I know they're
that
not.
that,
No, you guys are not.
that needs them. But that's a perfect point, right? Though, like traffic first or product first, time and money. Do I have money? Do I have time? I don't have either. Right? I think that's where most people fall with this.
Yeah,
Because like Ken, Gary, you keep telling me I need time or money. Man, I ain't got either one. Like I don't got no money. I ain't got no time. Like, well, sorry, fella, but you gotta give me something. You
yeah,
know what I mean? You got to come to this, and you got to be willing to give me something.
yeah,
You know, you have to be committed, and you have to commit something. You got to have skin in the game.
yeah,
Otherwise it doesn't work at all. So I really like this question. It really made me think. And you mentioned it, and it's like traffic first or product first. And when I read it, I was just like, well, of course it's traffic,
yeah,
right? Of course it's
yeah,
traffic
yeah,
because traffic first or product, right? Because I read that and I read it as when I defined it in my head instantly, right? Traffic for me means content. Product for me means the offer or the solution
mhm,
to the problem that my traffic solves, my traffic being the content that my content solves.
yeah,
But that's just my frame of mind after what I started this in 2017. For me, that's the way my mind is mapped. That's my framework, right? So I have my steps. So my steps, and the thing that worked for me was to create traffic,
yeah,
was to generate traffic with content. And I want to bring that into context by letting you know and understand that for me, everything is about content generation. Because I always started, well, I didn't always start, but I always fall back to the way that I've generated the most success is with my content that was very helpful content, either answering a specific question like a how to or doing a product review.
Mhm. Yeah, and I'm in the same. I have the same framework, same mindset in terms of when I heard that question, I instantly knew, oh, this is gonna be an easy one, just traffic. But then I thought to myself, you know what? I want to play the devil's advocate, and I want to start off with product first. But not knowing the context of what you were talking about, um, you know, that's how I defaulted immediately to traffic because again, like you, for me, it's all about producing content, helpful content that's gonna give people value, and then from there building up that trust, know, like, and trust factor, and then presenting solutions to people to get them to purchase. Whereas now, and we talked about this backstage, I'm running ads. I'm also doing my free traffic, but I'm also doing paid traffic, and it's just a very interesting um, mindset that you have to adopt when you are utilizing paid traffic. Yes, you get data, you get information immediately. Yes, your ad gets put in front of your audience very quickly. But just because you put the ad in front of people doesn't mean that people are going to buy. That this is something where you are constantly refining and tweaking and trying to better understand the mindset and makeup of the person that is clicking on a paid ad versus, because we talk about interruption, right? Interruption, that's interruption. Advertise it, you're interrupting their train of thought to place your message in front of them versus someone who is actively out there going, how do I do X, Y, and Z? I'm going to open up YouTube, I'm going to type it in, and we'll see what we come up with. So it's very different it's interesting to really kind of dive into the mindset of someone who clicks on an ad versus someone who subscribes to your channel and goes on that path. But at the end of the day, they both want the same thing. They both want the same thing, which is, they want to build a business, they want to make money. That's the ultimate thing. So I just found it to be a very interesting journey. And I've only been doing ads for a couple of months now, it's consistently. So it's as I start growing, I start learning these things. It's fascinating, human nature.
Yeah. So with that question, traffic first or product first, everything we've been talking about up to this point still takes us back to the answer that Miles gave to this question was really traffic. His point was traffic is first. So traffic first or product first, even if you're thinking he meant product, like the offer, like your affiliate offer being the product, which is what I thought, really the whole point was to get you to understand that traffic is what matters.
Yeah.
Traffic, which is content, is solving the problem for people. You're presenting the problem, and by presenting the problem, you're getting people to recognize they have the problem, or to admit they have the problem, or to agree they have the problem, whatever language you want to use to get the click, right? The point is to get the click so they can see your content or they can see the solution. So, when you're running paid traffic, sometimes you'll be running paid traffic to your content, which is also readily available for free.
Yep.
It's just a quicker way to get people to recognize the fact that you have the solution. So the thing here is there's so many nuances and so many directions, which again starts off with it doesn't matter. But it does matter that you understand that either way, if you're running free traffic or paid traffic, you're still creating content. You're still solving a problem. And that solution is given to people in the form of content. And the idea of you are addressing the fact that they have a problem and that you have the solution.
Yeah. The vehicle is just different. The destination is the same, but the vehicle, the gasoline, that's the part that's different. And I just like that. It's very, very, I like these topics that just kind of, get the little hamster wheels, spinning in there, and it makes you think, because again, like, I just defaulted immediately. Oh, it's traffic. Immediately, just my own bias and just traffic, but then when I thought about it, and you had mentioned, the context surrounding it, I'm like, oh, wow, man, that's mind blowing. That's something that you got to sit around with your friends and you just throw that question out there in a round table. You just kind of have at it. But yeah, I mean, to me, traffic that's it, right? I mean, it's the lifeblood where we talk about it. And we talk about traffic, man. It's traffic. We're not talking about the product. We're talking about traffic.
Traffic.
You need traffic because without traffic, you ain't got no eyeballs. Traffic meaning people. You need people, real people, to see what it is that you have to offer that connects or solves the problem that they've, the reason why they're on there, right? Why the reason why they're searching.
Yeah,
So,
I liked your Allen Iverson traffic or problem. Talking about practice? No, we're talking about the game, because the game is why we're here. Affiliate marketing, right? The
right.
truth about making money online is it's one big game that you have to figure out how to actually get it done. Like, I like the way you talked about the vehicle, right? So we'll go back to this traffic first or product first, and it being paid traffic versus free traffic, back to time and money, right? Just to use a simple analogy, the vehicle. If you want to get a letter from the US to the UK, you can put it on a plane or you can put it on a boat, right? Which one costs more money? The plane.
Yeah.
It's going to get there faster, right? Do you have time to wait on it to take that slow boat over the, right? Over the journey, over the time it's going to take for it to get there? Then you go that way, right?
Yeah.
It's no different in affiliate marketing when you're looking at traffic first or product first. In this context of traffic first or product first, meaning, am I just interested in getting eyeballs on the product as quick and as fast as possible? Well, the only way to do that is to use paid traffic, with a caveat here, because it depends. There are faster free methods. For example, if you use YouTube, right? That's why we love YouTube so much, because it is faster. And I like to say it's not about faster, it's about focus. But yes, YouTube is faster.
Yeah.
When you create a piece of content, because YouTube relies on freshness way more than a blog post like Google does. Google is more of a slow burn, and they take longer to test things and to rotate fresh content to index it. Whereas YouTube, instantly, as soon as you press the upload button and go public, they know that content is public, and they have scanned it, and they know exactly what you said. They know exactly what's in the video, and they place it instantly, because they have so many different avenues inside of the algorithm, which is actually a bunch of different algorithms. And not to get too techie on this, but it really does depend. You know what I mean? Because you can look and you can say, well, free traffic is so slow. Aha. But not all free traffic is slow.
Yeah. And you know what? Fast and slow, again, you got to understand the context behind fast and slow. You want fast, then put out a lot of content. Put out a lot of content. Stop hemming and hawing over the way you look or the way you sound or the lighting or whatever. Nobody cares. If you want fast, then put out content. Put out good, helpful content. Just put it out. Get it out there. I mean, we talk about the what's his name? And I forget. But Roberto Blake.
Yeah.
And it's his 100 crappy video thing. I mean, it's all about getting started and putting that content out there. And that's how it's gonna build upon itself, because it relies, you're building momentum is what you're doing. You just got to put out the content, whether it's blog posts too. Put out helpful content that's focused content, not just random stuff, but really, really focused content. Make it as easy as possible for YouTube or Google or whatever the algorithm that you're attached to. Make it as easy as possible for it to understand what you're trying to convey, like what you are all about. The faster you can do that, the faster they can figure out who you are, what you stand for, and put that content out in front of the right people. That, but most people think, oh, it's fast. Okay, the professor and Ken said that YouTube is a fast way to do it. So I'm going to go out there. I'm going to make one video. And the next thing you know, I'm going to get these nasty comments going, it's not fast. You said it was fast. It's not even fast. I put out one video. It's like, you got to put in more effort than that, right? So, but yeah, I mean, I just want you guys to understand the context behind when we say it's fast. It is fast. Trust me, it is. I never believed it. Once I started making videos and I was consistent about doing it, the professor is absolutely right. Nothing beats it to me. Nothing beats it. But yeah, if you really want to get it out there fast, and you got the money and some time, because you got to learn how to run ads and set up the ads properly, then you do paid advertising.
Yeah, I saw a YouTube ad that was advertising how to make money on YouTube by not creating a YouTube channel, and they were talking about running YouTube ads.
YouTube ads. Yeah, that's
But
cool.
it's like you still have to make the video to run the video ad. So don't
Yeah.
right? Don't get it twisted. Like that's like some serious marketing spin. Like when we talked about marketing versus manipulation.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like that's
like
the old bait and switch right there. Right? Like
It's
so you don't have to create a YouTube channel and give away your content for free. You have to give away a YouTube channel, and then you have to pay YouTube to show your videos to your potential audience. So
that is so strange.
so you
Well,
take that back to this question, traffic first or product first. And at the beginning of this episode, Ken said we let the cat out of the bag, or maybe I alluded to it first, but the answer is in backstage. But we also gave you the answer here.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think we gave it as direct here as we did backstage,
Yeah.
but it is definitely here because the simple fact of the matter is traffic first or product first still comes back to content, creating content from day one.
Yep. And if you want to go back, rewind, and start all over and watch this entire episode again 5 or 6 times, we'd love you for it. But yes, the answer is in there. It is. We talked about it was a subtle sprinkling, little sprinkle.
But you know, that's part of it too, right? Traffic first or product first. It's like, where do I start?
Yeah.
Because that's really what this question is about. And that's really what everybody that's looking for the answer, the truth about making money online, is they're just looking for the answer to their question. But the answer is here. Traffic first or product first. The answer is it doesn't matter. Pick one and start. Pick one and start. Pick one and start.
Yeah, and you know what? That's it. And I know the folks who are listening to this on a podcast couldn't see me just emphasizing every time the professor says start. That's what it is. Start. Get started.
Yeah.
Just do it. You want me to do my Arnold impersonation? I can do it. Do it. Do it now. Do it. Make the video. Write the blog post. Do it now.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
And since this episode is totally broken down, I think we wrapped it up here. Traffic first or product first. And with that, I'm Gary Baker. He's Ken Furukawa.
Started.
We'll talk to you later. Bye.